valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shabbat, and will plead with them for my people and my heritage Israel.
You're seeing that the Lord is really, World War III is really for just, the Lord is about to judge nations for the children of Israel. And what they have done unto the children of Israel. All right? Select, I was going to send you to the trial. Right? All this, so that's what we're making. That's what we're making.
I will also gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered the nations and parted my land. Verse 3, and they have cast lots for my people and given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink.
Cast lots for my people. When you say in the movies, when they cast me out, there's a strong man here. You know what I'm saying? I'm at 100, I'm starting at 100 in bed right now. Now I got 150. Now I got 170. Oh, sold to the man for 170. Alright, so casting lots. Or that sold a boy, that's a harlot. I forget what movie was that when they had little boys. Yeah. I've seen it. You seen it even in the little boys that constantly with sodomites. Michael Dell's, you know what I'm saying? He's selling little boys for sodomites and play with them. He did that. Why? Because he sold a box of them.
I quoted it. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 1, verse 15. And I'm very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped for the affliction. You know, you guys, hey, low was not, but you added way more food to the fire than was necessary.
Because he saw it. Alright, breaking other from the affliction. How to really be able to make this for the affliction.
They were dashing babies against the stones. He saw, this is right. You know, the scripture said, happy is he that, you know, take the little man from dashing against the stones. Esau did that, man. When you read the story of Oliver Cromwell, when they started cutting, you know, going throughout the land of Scotland, Ireland, and England, they were cutting out the babies on the stomach, killing the men, setting them on fire. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Esau, he's a murderer, man. So this is,
You know what I'm saying? It's like Chicago, he'll leave train weapons, drugs, right? Drugs and stuff like that. All things he knew, for the affliction. Even you know, if he had the law set up where, hey, if you dealt with a woman, you have to marry her. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
They will be careful.
Be careful. It'll be a penalty. It'll be a penalty. You know, you'll be penalized if you do. All right. So there'll be a lot of single mothers. You know, but then you all know all this was set up by the Most High anyway. All right, but you know, Esau there. You have to, all right, and then you had to deal with a woman. Now you're dealing with a woman. You know that you have to be the father. So it's no what? Planned Parenthood. What we do? Let's had a portion set up. Where you're penalized if you do that.
It shows us what would be without the order of the Most High. What will happen? We in the middle of it. We're seeing it.
No, we still have. So why don't you teach me? So go ahead, Mr. Moore. Oh, you do my brother.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna get up there. Salaki again, brother. No. This is back at the book of Joel, chapter 3 and 3, and they have cast lots for my people and given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. Verse 4, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the cause of Palestine, will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head, because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into temples my goodly pleasant things.
Gold and silver. We also did took us because we was silver and gold.
Verse 6, the children also of Judah and the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might move them far from the border.
Right here in Babylon. All right, because slave ships they come empty, they came full and they left full. All right, then we already know the first slaves were in the North tribe. All right.
Verse 7, behold, I will rise them out of the place whether ye have sold them, and will return their recompense upon your own head, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabeans, to the people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears.
All the nations are putting their covenants on art, fences. Really, for art, a best thing for a nation, you know what I'm saying, is the best thing is when they what? Agriculture. So you can sustain yourself a certain effort. But if Lord have these nations enough for all their money, fuck them. They say, fuck them. We're gonna put our money in the army. Alright, to war. Because they haven't fallen and set up this war.
Because their backs is being pushed against the wall. America and these different NATO nations putting a squeeze on these nations like Russia.
Right.
So where they know that if they escalate what's going on, it's going to lead to World War III.
Right.
And they don't want to do that, but they got no choice. Right. America giving them no choice, which is all because of the orders of the small act.
Right. We're talking about war. We're talking about other nations. Like the brother said, the best thing to do is to invest in agriculture. Well, before Esau and Edom, really started coming into power, these nations were into agriculture. They were sheep herders, right? They took care of livestock. And when you watch the documentaries, I forgot there was a movie called Lord of something. Nicholas Cage was in the movie
Lord of War.
Lord of War. And it showed how he was going to these different nations selling weapons, all right? Putting power in the hands of these people to defend themselves and or to do whatever the hell, right? But that wasn't their first premise. Their first premise was agriculture, taking care of the land, taking care of sheep, taking care of livestock. That was their means of living, right? But when Esau started to come into power, now we're starting to see these nations get involved in nuclear war. Nations that were poor, like China used to be a poor ass country, man. It was a third world country. But then, they started, manufacturing things like all factory work used to be done here in America. But then they started taking that stuff overseas because Esau was trying to save some money. And he brought it to, places like China. And what they were doing, they started, making more money than America. So now they started to be in a position of power. But America, being a jealous bitch, she doesn't want to see any other nation go into power. So what does she do now? She now threatens war and all these different things. And what is a nation is left to do when they're being threatened by another superpower? They got to arm themselves. So now a nation that was once a weak nation, that was only into, their own thing, now they become, maybe superpowers and able, to defend themselves against threats such as America. Go ahead, brother.
This book of Revelation chapter 6 and 4, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Right. Just to have what you were saying. Right. Said the earth was peaceful. It was peaceful. They was harvesting crops, and that's how they was making their money. Right. But that red horse is Esau Edom, so-called white man. Right. And his blessing was the sword, prior to Genesis 28. Sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. There was given unto him a great sword. And the sword is not going to weapon, it can go hard
What
shit.
is a master skill? There was a dude that used to work at the job that I used to work at, and he was in the military around that time. He was saying, you know, it's like, bro, he wish he never signed up. You know what, no mass destruction. They were out there for the opium. Poppy seeds.
Yeah.
I said they find the bankers for it.
Yeah. And also too, there was also stealing gold.
Yup.
When you watch that movie Three Kings, you know what I'm saying to you? Like Esau, man, you can't trust nothing that come out of his mouth, man.
Oh,
All right, and they just recently made it legal to start drafting a lot of these young motherfuckers, man. So pretty soon y'all gonna start fighting Esau for it.
real quick. This is book of Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yeah, because he transgressed by wine, you know, his philosophy. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death. He cannot be satisfied. The gatherer is unto him all nations and even unto him all people. This man is the cancer of the earth. You know, wickedness is everywhere because this devil is ruling, man. This man, who else do you know that goes into other countries and takes their resources for themselves, man?
Tell them how they supposed to live.
Exactly. Tell them how they're supposed to
Supposed
govern.
to have women liberation. Why these nations been here way before America? You know what I'm saying? Been living however they've been living. They have any women, and, you know, it's so-called, you know, it's subjection. Right. Right? But you start coming and say, nah, it's not supposed to be cool. Woman supposed to be able to try, liberate her, liberate. She wants to go to school, she wants to do this. You see on top of what? Boredom is coming into that land.
Yep. Wickedness, confusion,
Violence. Look at Haiti.
Yep.
Look at Haiti. Haiti was okay before the white man came there. Once the white man came to look what happened to Haiti. They weren't okay, but you know,
No, but you know they could have been in a better off situation.
yeah.
But that's not what the Lord, had in mind. You know what I'm saying? But that's a perfect example because you got Esau over there too, stealing the resources from that island. And this is why those people are being persecuted. You know what I'm saying to you? And once again, Esau Edom, he's a harbinger of death, man. He's a destroyer of the earth. When you go back into the 80s and you start talking, looking into the Exxon Valdez oil spill, all right, he would destroy like all tropical area, wildlife, wilderness. All right, he'll pump oil. The oranges, we call them penny bottle, right? SpongeBob penny bottle.
Yeah, it's a good place where they drop
Deep nuclear waste, right? Nuclear waste, right? Esau, he'll dig deep holes in the earth and dump nuclear waste in the earth. Now what? Now the whole land, you can't build on that land. You can't farm on that land. Right? You got Chernobyl, Russia, with a nuclear reactor melted down. All right, it's stuck in that whole area. The whole area that's good for hunting and living becomes nothing.
Bring not peace on it.
Right.
All right? Wickedness. Sorrow.
Right.
Tells you in Habakkuk chapter 2 and 12, it says, woe to him that buildeth the town with blood and established the city by iniquity. And that's how this place was found. That's how this place was built up, through bloodshed.
The only way that it's going to be cleansed by wickedness.
That's right.
Not by, what's that thing that Jake like to export? Reparations to water. Like, not reparations, not buying out sellouts, nah. Your blood got to be shed upon us, man.
Right. Nahum 3:1, woe to the bloody city, it is all full of lies and robbery, and the prey depart of not. And the city is built up of lies. America is built up of lies, of stealing, of killing. That's how the place is founded.
They said that one child came here to do a marriage straight. You know, on top of that, just setting lies up. Christopher Columbus found this land.
People just trying to find some out for spices.
He didn't need to run this place.
That's a bullshit guy.
He knew that the Israelites were outside. Because he read the prophecy in Second Ezra, where it talked about how he left the place and came to a place where never man, no man dwelleth.
What Thanksgiving is, Thanksgiving is the Pilgrims and the Native Americans that came together, had a feast, gave thanks.
And the Negroes from West Africa immigrated over here for jobs, better jobs.
Although they sold, according to the new version of Deuteronomy 28:68, they sold themselves into captivity. They offered themselves, and nobody would buy them.
That's the devil. So I mean, Greg, never trust thy enemy.
Never trust them.
Hey, 2nd Ezra 13:40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land at the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanazar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so they came into another land.
So North tribes kicked out of the land, all right, they went to Syrian captivity. And then for a time after being in the land, they came together, as Scripture say.
Verse 41, but they took this counsel among themselves that they will leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, that they might there keep their
So
statutes.
they're going to leave the heathens. So you know that from Puna, all right, to South Africa, Western China, all right, the islands of the sea, they were inhabited by the heathens, right? So a place that where the heathens were not inhabited was the Americas. All right, North America, Central America, all right, South America, and then the islands, all right, the Caribbean. All right, so they took amongst their stuff that he didn't come there wasn't here.
Yep.
All right, where no man dwell. Now, have nations, people came over into this land, yes, before time. Remember time that King Hiram, one of King Solomon navies, all right, they came over here and got certain things and brought back. All right, to Solomon. But they never dwelt here or lived here. You know? So whatever.
Verse 42, that they might keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow place of the river, and the Most High then shewed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over.
You know, us here in South Florida, you know what it means by those floods, what it's talking about. You know that the hurricanes supposed to come from Africa, right?
Yeah, it's like, when you got like what they call a Gulf Stream around coast of Florida, they have something like that around Africa, what they call the Horn of Africa. They come around that way. That's where the hurricane, he said they form in that same formation. So that's very rough passage.
Our Lord held them. He had to hold the water back. Because he had those prophecy that it was coming to the pass.
No, actually, no, this was at the job site. She was pulling in. She was like, I'm not thinking about Miami, Florida. And she was on the phone. She was listening to saying in about like 30 years, Florida gonna be underwater. So, why? I'm like, I'm not gonna be there for another 30 years. Lord willing.
Continuing on in 2nd Ezra 13, and they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow places of the river, for the Most High then shewed signs for them, and let still the flood till they were passed over. But through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Ashereth.
Same place that the nations of Solomon came, because it took them 3 years to get back to Solomon. So we're half travel, coming here, then we're half travel going back.
Ashereth is extending itself a place said there's one to another man will no man go. No way you go. That's the man. That word. But he said no.
Second Ezra 13 6. Then dwelt they there until the latter time, and now when they shall begin to come, how they shall stay the springs of the stream again, and then they go through, therefore sawest thou a multitude of peace.
So they adhered to the latter end. Alright, so what? Another prophecy fulfilled was Judah and Ephraim shall be oppressed together.
Oh, check this out, okay. This is from the Jewish Encyclopedia. You search Arzareth. This is by Morris Jasper Jr. Kaufman Kohler. It says the name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitation of man, in which the 10 tribes of Israel were dwell, observing the laws of Moses until the time of restoration. According to 4th Ezra, the 13th chapter, which is 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, 45th verse, it says, Columbus identified America with this land.
Hey, that confirms the fact that, Columbus knew.
Yeah, this is from the Jewish Encyclopedia.
Remember he came with was 4 Hebrew interpreters? 4. Alright, and they greeted each other with Shema Yeshua.
I have an account of that voice. The book of 1 Kings chapter 10 verse 22, and it reads, "For the king had at sea a navy of Tarshish with the navy and once in 3 years came the navy of Tarshish bringing gold and silver and ivory and apes and peacocks." Okay, so this proves that voyages were being made from the known land, which is the land of Israel, right?
The Eastern Hemisphere.
Eastern Hemisphere. And there were voyages that were made from there to the land of Asherat, which we know today to be America, or the Americans. Okay?
You have people that say, oh no, but we found what it's called, Omex. Those big ass stones. Olmec there. I don't need people dwelling here, they just put their put your signet. Right, it's here. And I believe it goes back to the era. Right. Also solidified that we did come over here. There was no people living here until the 10 tribes came over here. Right.
And even when the 10 tribes came over here, they was doing wickedness too. Yep. And the whole point for them leaving the land was to come over here and keep the laws the right way. But when you watch movies like Apocalypto, you see why the Lord did what he did. You know what I'm saying to you? So that's what he says. Deuteronomy 28:49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth. That's one of the curses.
Where's that? It's one of the curses that we're going to overtake our people, right?
As swift as the eagle, by a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Till you're gone. A
You
nation.
already know one of the symbols of Esau here is an eagle.
Yep.
Alright, so
Our people are like, they ain't.
what is Esau here? Alright, here nation came. Right? Alright, God did what he wants. Yep. So brought into what you know as Spanish position, when it was killer shape to believe in JC, right? To what you have the modern day Christianity, right? Alright, forcing that on people. And now I see you Christians, always talking shit. When did the apostles and the disciples force or kill anybody to worship Yahweh Shema Shai? Alright, that's a question that you can ask yourself. Is why these bunch of Edomites came and pushed that upon people, and if you didn't serve it, you died. Right. Where I know in history, if you didn't stop serving Yahweh Shema Shai, you were put to death. But we didn't force that on nobody. Right. So if you believe, you believe. But why do people prove that these are
was already curses of Deuteronomy coming upon our people. It just didn't fully manifest until we came over here in this revised Roman Empire, right? But even then, right, they was over us and we weren't sovereign, so the apostles didn't have no authority to force anything on nobody. And it's supposed to stay that way until Yahushua returns, showing you that these so-called Christians couldn't have the truth because they had the power. They had the backing of kings and queens of high-powered nations, which just show you that will never be, okay? Even during the time of the Byzantine Empire, you know, we had the power, but that's where Christianity really goes back to. Right, the Holy Roman Empire, which was Jake.
Towards the end, yeah.
Right? But they was going the hell off too.
And then on top of it, what you call Christianity.
Right.
Not
Because this truth is supposed to be based upon faith. Alright? You're not supposed to, that's why you don't see us out there with no megaphone, passing out flyers, doing none of that shit, man. We come out here, we teach the word, we preach in season and out of season, okay? And we not trying to reach the masses. We trying to reach the elect.
That's all we're concerned about. All Israel is not going to get it on this side. Only the elect. Listen, Israel seek when you
Christianity was just a power tool used to manipulate nations, subject nations.
But that's what religion is all about. Religion is all about finding the mind of the people and controlling the mind of the people through fear, man. This is where you get the whole doctrine of hell from. But the Catholic Church created the doctrine of hell. Hell goes into the Greek mythology, Hades. You know, that has nothing to do with the scriptures.
hell in scriptures.
The position and or the grave.
Forced conversion. Forced conversion is the adoption of a religion or irreligion under duress. Someone who has been forced to convert to a different religion or irreligion may continue converting to adhere to beliefs and their practices which were originally held while outwardly behaving as a comfort. And that's what happened. Christianity was forced.
Not just Christianity, you also have Islam. You know, this is where you start to see a huge, you know, these so-called hardliners start to say, you know, I mean, it was going on before then, but it really started happening, you know, during the, you know, the time of Islam on the rise and the armament, right. Right. They were forcing people to convert to Islam as well as, you know, Christianity, man. It's a form of control.
Real quick. Under it says through history, there have been instances of forced conversions to Christianity, including, and under one of them that stood out was Jews and pagans. It says between 400 and 1500s, Jews and pagans were sometimes pressured to convert to Christianity through the threats of violence or negative consequences, such as economic pressure.
When Jews and pagans is both Jake.
Right.
Yeah, Jake's that was pagan. The word pagan just means you in the field. Yeah, so then you watch a lot of these different period pieces going into you know, establishing of the United Kingdom and King Alfred the Great, going to the history of the Scots and the Saxons, right? Also you have the Danes, right? The Norsemen. Those were all Jakes. But you had the pagan type Jakes that was into the worship of those Norse gods and Celtic gods, right? That type of sorcery. Then you had some Jakes that was still keeping, you know, the laws of Moses. You know, they may not believe in Yahushua, but they knew they were Israelites.
Jacobites or something like that?
Right. Yeah. Anglo-Saxon goes back to angelic sons of Isaac. And then you have the Jacobites, right? And then which they became Christian.
Right.
That's the forced conversion. They show you that in them shows.
Islam definitely have those that are called Moors.
Right.
Force of Islam. So it's nothing new. But it says, but Israel will have that power to the right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the point that we are pushing, that Israel won't have that power to convert, force people to worship Yahweh to the Messiah.
Messiah come in Israel, we're gonna have that power. I would say if you don't come to worship unto Jerusalem, then we won't get no rain. All right, we'll be put to death. I would say we come living in that all. He reign over everything that's before us. But still the Messiah. Israel had their laws.
Revelation 23. Look at that Bible shot. This is book of Revelation. Book of Revelation chapter 2 and verse 27 or 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. So it says, he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end. We're not at the end. And we damn sure wasn't at the end 500,000 years ago when you had these, you had these different Edomites like Christopher Columbus going around and forcing people to convert to Christianity.
Right.
Catholicism.
They were doing that during the time of the Greeks too. They was forcing Jacob or
Right.
Greeks circumcised, not circumcised sons.
Right. It's basically the same thing that's used in Christianity as a replacement for what's the word? Hellenism.
Right.
It's just the same shit because it's the same idol,
Right.
which the idol of what they call Jesus Christ. The Christ goes back to Ptolemy Soter, which was a Greek,
Right.
and that's the same spirit. I mean, the god of Ptolemy Soter, which was Serapis.
That was from the Romans.
That was the Greeks.
OS, Ohio State University. Since Columbus forced the natives to convert to Christianity, they began practicing this new religion against their desires.
Border schools, remember?
Yep, for Gad.
Yeah, Gad. Forced to speak English, change their names. You know what I'm saying?
He said, who's to say that the natives wanted to practice Catholicism? In order to advance in his personal gains, Columbus disregarded the teachings of the and forced them to practice a foreign religion by his toil.
There's a bunch of some Christians. They like to say Christian this, that. You don't even understand the origin of Christianity on this side. You know what I'm saying? Right. Alright, well that shit is wicked. How it's killed the people.
All in the name of Jesus Christ.
Same motherfucking name that some of you motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, came on up the slave ship on.
That's how you know that name carry a heavy demonic spirit. There's so many Israelite lives sacrificed to that name. You know? Wickedness just done in that name right now to this day.
Yep.
You know, that's when we say that, you hear it just like nails on the chalkboard.
Hey, because what kind? Okay, if who you call Jesus was the real one, why are there gay pastors preaching in the name of Jesus?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? To like, that's totally adverse to who they call Jesus Christ.
You know what I'm saying? You could be a whore,
You could do anything.
homemonger,
Drunk dealer.
drug dealer. Jesus Christ is good.
All you gotta do on your deathbed, right? After you done did all that bullshit on your deathbed, oh, I forgive Jesus Christ.
I open up my heart.
No, that's not how it works. That's how it's supposed to say.
They got a name for it. The sinner's prayer.
Sinner's prayer. On your deathbed in hospice, you gonna sin your whole life. You ain't giving a damn about the lost touches humanity. And that's what you want.
He just gonna open up his
Let's say, welcome my son.
It's
Christianity
okay.
is full of shit. That's
like-
why the Lord is being confounded, because if it was the truth, it would never be confounded.
You remember that fucking, y'all seen that Super Bowl commercial? The last Super Bowl? He gets us. They had like faggots and strippers, all
Oh,
kinds
Jesus,
of
he
shit.
gets
Yeah,
us.
they talk about JC. He gets us.
I have a precept real quick, brothers. It's the book of Isaiah 14:3. And it reads, it says, and it shall come to pass in the day that the
Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve, that thou should take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. You know? And that's pretty much the mind state. That's pretty much the state that we're about to be in pretty soon, man. Like, the Lord says He's going to give us rest. All we're doing here in Babylon is breaking ourselves, man. Mentally, we're worn out. Right? Every day we wake up, man, we look forward to the weekends. We look forward to spending time with each other because we know 2 days later we got to get back on the same. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just here, you know, to serve our captivity.
That's it.
And the Lord raising us up in the spirit, all right, to chat down Babylon,
Right.
to help, help wake up their elect.
Right.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 44, verse 14. The captive exile hastened that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit, but that his flesh should fade. It's odd being that we understand that this is judgment from the Heavenly Father. We waiting for the day our blessing shall shine. We're waiting for the day for y'all shall cut the clouds so we can get out this captivity.
Because they, Heavenly Father woke us up. So you know how the earth is supposed to be run. That's why I say, surely oppression make a wise man mad.
Right.
That's why we're so upset and angry. There are people like, why are you so mad? Why are you so angry? Because Heavenly Father woke us up with how this world is supposed to be governed, and we see that it's opposite. It's upside down. Right? So yeah, we're going to be angry. Yeah, we're going to be upset. All right, but we have to wait till Shalom comes.
Because it's a balance, because we have hope.
Yeah, we have to wait.
We should call it prisoners of hope, so I think we should get that. Different line. But it says that, you got, like you said, the captive faces to be loose. Captive exile. We're right now, we're prisoners. So a prisoner, you have one prisoner, he probably got a death penalty or a life penalty. He know he ain't getting out. So the hope is gone, unless he can get parole. But if they got no parole, you out of there. You feel me? You keep getting rejected, you no hope. But somebody I got a release date coming. You feel me? Anxious. They got something to look forward to. And even on top of that, the Lord's like, when we get out, He's gonna give us a new body. So even if you gotta stay in there until you feel like you about to die, you still have a whole new life. These people, they think this life is their only life. YOLO, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. If I don't get this done by this time, they just, in a rat race. But we have hope of something better, and at the same time, the Lord has given us the opportunity to have hope. We don't just hope in His mercy or salvation for no reason. We're not just sitting back, not doing anything constructive or contributive to the ministry and just thinking we're going to be delivered just because we know we Israelites. You got a lot of people out there, right? This is 2 Corinthians 4:1. It says, therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not. Okay? So there you go. We have this ministry. The Lord gave us an opportunity, a way to make it right with Him again. So we're not going to fold. We're not going to faint with this opportunity. We're going to, like it says in Baruch 4, as it was your mind to go astray from the Lord, so being returned, seek Him 10 times more.
It's the book of Hebrews chapter 11, just to back the brother up. And one, now faith is the substance of things hoped for the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtain a good report. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of Yahweh Shai, so that things which are seen were not made things which do appear. And so we have faith. We have faith. We never seen the kingdom of heaven, but we believe in it. Those are the things that we look for. We look to the kingdom of heaven. We look to the deliverance of us. We hasten to come in the day of our Lord.
Hey, read verse 13.
Jumping down to 13. These all died in the faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth.
us. You know, especially the times that we're living in, we see that it's at the end of the world. But hey, we know what's coming. We know your house shot, you know what's coming to say I don't want to say we part of the left. We know that.
See the sign.
Exactly, that's right.
You see the day, you know what I'm saying? You see the day of the Lord. You see the earth creates in diverse places, the upwards of the people. You know what I'm saying? So we see these things. We see the collapse of the dollar of America, of the other nations. You know what I'm saying? So we see the sign. So of course we down there more excited and expecting more.
I think it was a camp that said, why GMS, y'all always talking about, you know, that salvation and, you know. Hey man, look,
Why not?
we separated ourselves from this world. I mean, we're in the world, but our hope is in the kingdom.
Don't you want to be, want to live everlasting? You have peace. Are able to enjoy your family, your kids. You know what I'm saying?
Receive that consolation from it.
This is the book of Matthew. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 16. But blessed are your eyes for they see, and your ears for they hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which you see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear, and have not heard them. So we're living in the best times ever, man. We're able to see prophecy pop like popcorn right in front of us. Prophecy that was said a long time ago is playing out on earth right now. You know, and we're seeing these things. We're hearing the war comes people. We're seeing the talks about World War III. You know, we're seeing these things. So hey, excitement is there. We happy. We know your house size is coming. We know the time is coming. We know, hey, we know all hell's about to break loose in here. We know nations is gonna get judged in the valley of Jehoshaphat. You know, it's one thing to hear these things, but we seen these things play out, man. But after we start faith,
We see the dollar is getting ready to collapse.
that's right.
Hey, look, Iran is not re-signing that contract after 50 years.
The oil, right?
Right, to sell oil to America, which means the second dollar is no longer going to be held as a standard.
And it's on the bricks.
They signed the BRICS. Now 55 of our American, so-called our American dollars is going to equal to one of their BRICS dollars.
Yep.
So now America's chief thing is imports, right? Because they don't make anything anymore for the most part. That means whatever's coming into America from these different nations that are involved with the BRICS nation, it's going to cost America 3 times as much, man.
That's right. Hey, it's a beautiful thing that you said that, brother, because I was dwelling upon that earlier.
Yeah.
Hey, you Americans, get ready for your comfortability to be compromised, bro.
What that's going to bring is hyperinflation.
Yep. We already don't have enough money to make it through the week.
Right.
And guess what?
Most people don't even have enough groceries to last them.
They got to choose between paying their rent or buying food.
Yep.
So what now? When you can't pay your rent, you're not become homeless.
You know how many people are right there now?
Yep.
They can't afford to get the license straight or have insurance on their car. That shit's ridiculous.
We have to rather eat or pay this bill.
Exactly.
Can't even afford rent down in there, man. Now, granted, they said that rent has been coming down, but shit, there's no jobs, man.
Compared to what?
Right.
Going down compared to what?
Compared to what?
To the skyrocket?
Right. Right. So it's going from 2,200 to what? 2,100?
Right.
2200 to 2198.
Right.
98.
Right.
Shit, he's talking to shit.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 10. This is the book of Matthew chapter 13, verse 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why is thou speaking unto them in parables? And this is read that inside the Lord Yahushua speaking. He answered and said unto them, Because it is given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them is not given.
Oh, so like, this word is not for everyone. All right? This word is not for everyone. This gospel is only for the elect. That's why y'all should always look at parables and metaphors, similes. You know? And then sometimes he'll say something to the mass, all right, and then give the breakdown to the disciples of Christ.
Verse 12 from Whoso. Yeah, I read it. This is the book of Matthew chapter 13, verse 11. He answered and said unto them, Because it is given to you know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. Verse 12, For whosoever had, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever had not, for him shall be taken away, even that he hath.
You're not really using, huh?
I'm reading it again. For whosoever had, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever had not, from him shall be taken away, even that he had. It says, whosoever shall be given abundance and goes into the life. But let them serve Yahweh Shai to this is
Let's give them more understanding.
yeah.
It's a lot. And let go and shine brighter. Like it says in 12, right? And the rest of people are gonna get darker and darker in the wickedness. They're gonna lose it. That's why the scripture says land's gonna be barren of faith. People gonna ask and look around and see and has you seen, have you just found the truth? People looking for the truth. They're not gonna have no answers. It's like when Jake said in his job.
Remember, how should I say? When I come back on earth, shall I find faith?
Right.
All these people's faith are going to be tested, and they're going to denounce their gods.
Right.
We've seen that in 2020.
Right.
Right. Up to the small group. But when, you know what I'm saying? When all these things are testing your faith, because you don't have faith, you can't have faith in a false God. All right, straight bullshit, just something that you believe in. You know what I'm saying? You might like it because of this concept of that religion. You know, this interpretation, this. Right? Just if you don't if you don't have nothing to look forward to, all right. And the majority of the books are not alive. They don't have prophecy.
None of the books, you know what I'm saying? No.
So what you gotta look for? Right? That's what I look up. They died. They did this by a woman, both big kids. All right. So we have, Lord give us hope. Now we have hope. Expectation.
People can say they have faith in this or that, but when it's time for your faith to actually be put to the test, it's going to be shown that your faith is not real, and then it's just going to relinquish it.
You set your foundation on sand.
Right.
Something that they have no force. You know what I'm saying? That was, you know what I'm saying? The neck is on that cheap cornerstone, you have a shot. They're raw.
It's like people say they have faith in money. People have faith in money. But then when the dollar collapses, then what? Where are your faith? Now your faith is gone.
If it's gone, now you're going to check for what? You're going to take the chip. Because there's going to be something that you think is so similar to money.
Or these people right now say they have faith in JC, right?
Yeah.
In Jay-Z Queen. But when 2020 happened, did they call on Jay-Z Queen?
No. They went to Esau.
They called on Fauci.
Yeah, Fauci. You got to take this. You got to take it. You got to take this. How about it is God that God sent him to give you the...
Right.
No, man. Never trust that enemy.
Now Fauci is backtracking and confessing that he made it all up. The 6 feet, the fucking mask shit. You know?
6 feet going through something that's contagious.
That's airborne.
It's airborne.
6
These
feet.
niggas had masks on. Still do.
Still do. Jake.
In the heat of the day.
I don't see no mask.
Bro, I remember, you know what I'm saying, because some jobs you had to wear it.
Right.
I used to wear that shit, bro. That shit used to hurt.
Right.
Right. Ears, even your breathing. Even your breathing. So I put that shit under my lips. And I dare somebody to tell me some shit. Because now you're compromising my health. Breathe in, breathe out. The man stops you. Right? Then it was just bullshit. They'll tell you, you'll be in the public, say you ain't eating this scenario, now you can take a mask and eat.
Right. We go to a restaurant, you can take it off. That makes no sense.
That's what I'm saying. You people was not thinking.
You can't go to school, but you can go to Walmart.
Yeah.
Can't go to church, but you go to a restaurant.
You go to a restaurant. You people was not thinking. It's because I trusted the shadow of Egypt. Esau is really your God. I was about to say that. Because we could go to scripture and say that because our enemy said, go to the herbs for your medicine. Right. Or pray to the Heavenly Father because he's the one that makes makes you sick or heal you.
Right.
But y'all did everything opposite. Where we showed that y'all don't really believe. Because if y'all really believe, y'all would have said, fuck Esau, I'm gonna go to my church.
Right.
I stopped going to church for months. You were still fellowship.
And the pastor said, no, wait. It's unprecedented time. Just listen to your local leaders. Listen to CNN. Don't forget to mail in your tithes.
Fear.
Oh,
Then on top of it, your pastors, you know what I'm saying? When certain things happen like that, your church must be open it to have a hand open.
Right.
Your church is shut it down like fuck you people. Y'all gotta do what y'all gotta do. But still, like you said, you better send your tithe.
Right.
They had certain
They made
things.
sure they said that.
Send your donations in your tithe.
Hey, Joel Osteen, this is Joel Osteen shut down his whole church.
I think it was like a flood, right?
Make sure y'all give me a hand.
The real pastor is supposed to be encouraging you and telling you how you can get through this. And this time.
Right. He's supposed to have his boots on the ground.
Yeah.
Right, bitter and sweet. Alright? Nah, they want to tell you, they want to take that mandate on you and take what you want to hear.
You ever seen that? It was I think one of the TikTok Instagram. Man said that he was going through some financial struggles and asked his pastor for help. Right? And his pastor prayed for him. So he seen his pastor have a flat tire. And his pastor asked for help. And what he did was just pray for the pastor. And the pastor kicked him out the church.
Pastor got mad.
Pastor got mad. But so he showed that shit was bullshit. Really, if you taking alms and all these things and those 10%, that's really for the church members when they're
That's what it's supposed to be.
So when they're in odds, when they're in difficult times, that 10% that they give you every time they see you, you're supposed to give it to them to help. But nah, they're pocketing it.
I got two quick precepts. You're right down here. This is book of Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pastures.
Woe and means different destruction from the pastor. All right, Joel Osteen. All right, incredible dollars. Even to you Nate. All right, he's Chief. His name?
Guerrilla Hebrew.
Guerrilla Hebrew.
High priest.
Chief Ephraim. All you guys. Are you a false pastor? Why? Because you're not teaching 100% truth.
You know the 100% truth, but you rather not teach it. More lucrative to sell out.
Yeah, it's easy to, it's easy to pay a nigga to buy a nigga out. Nigga is cheap.
But what happens when you come into contact with them? You can't speak how the business speaks, you know? Right? So now you got a muzzle on your mouth.
And we okay, right?
Right?
GMS okay. We don't need no 501c3 charge.
Right? Because every brother works.
Why the fuck? All right, you're speaking against Esau Edom and his system, but I'm gonna ask him for aid and money.
And tie it to the doctrine or ministry that speaks against
It don't make sense.
and his kingdom.
And he's gonna fund you, so you can fund
Right.
you can fund me to speak against me and come against me.
Right.
We're supposed to be the same truth as
Yeah.
brother.
He gonna let you collect money tax free while you talking shit.
Right.
Against him. He said his dollar gonna collapse. You know, push your chip.
Well, which makes sense. This is why, Nick says, well, I can't stand when they say that. Because that's against your contract.
That's the man that we gonna call to be saved, bro.
Yep.
He ain't got to and give me a better chance.
Hey, make
Hey,
sure
hey,
you space your
you know what I'm saying? More look and hear my mouth. Calling upon his name. Fuck you niggas. Y'all want to say fuck it.
Right.
I don't believe in the name, so don't say it.
Continuing on, Jeremiah 23 and 2. Therefore, thus saith the Lord that power of Israel against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your deeds, saying the Lord.
He's supposed to be shepherds, so he's supposed to be guiding the sheep. All right, from what? From slaughter, from trouble, from the wolves, all right, from the lions. All right, but these false prophets are bringing them to the lions and to the bears to be destroyed. So they have a judgment for that, man. That's right. All right, the Heavenly Father gave us ways to wait, so so you can stay away from the devil. All right,
Right.
stay away from these harmful animals.
Right.
All right, but you niggas just carrying them there. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You know, Judas do.
Judas,
As soon as the torture comes, you get out.
you get get out the way, but the Lord's saying you're not gonna be able to get out the way.
Escape, bro.
You ain't gonna be able to escape.
Right.
I'm saying judgment is that you're not telling the people to come. That's gonna happen. You follow a group? Yes, sir. You follow a group? You just listen.
You got follow up right now?
Yeah.
Well, I've been hearing about this for a while.
Okay, wow.
I just don't know y'all.
Yeah, we
Y'all
should
tell
have.
us a lot.
Really, GMS don't even have a color. We all have like, we just wear different garments. You know what I'm saying? Other cats, they might have a certain color that means, like purple or blue and black or. If you have any questions, you can ask. Oh, the son of the little car, your house shot. He is, he says he's delivered to us. So it's your house shot. You have to call him into the house. What's the name that you call him?
When I was learning about it,
I've been here for a while. Going on what? I'm going on 10 years. Yeah, they call him Cam.
they started seeing other stuff weird. And like how it was when I first heard about it.
That's an example.
Huh?
An example.
I mean, the purple was weird. Yeah, they people think it's Nate. They think Nate and all the knowledge. I'm like, I was around when it was the
Right. Okay, so you're going back to One West.
Way.
So you know about One West?
Yeah.
Okay. So you from New York? Or? From here?
I was born in Boomtown.
I know. What's up? You might call a peacekeeper?
I know. I was sorry I come from. Yes, came hard on that church.
ICGJC, bro.
Yeah, they came hard on that.
He was not teaching the truth.
Tax evasion. They was doing a lot of wickedness.
But they never was able to touch
The Lord, we believe through the Spirit that He's already out there. We know He's not in His right mind right now, but Lord willing,
He's the high priest Joshua that was speaking in Zechariah. Right? Zechariah.
That's what he is.
No, that is symbol. You understand that the symbol.
That's what Apostle Tahar taught us. That he right now we understand what's going on with high priest what they call Tazadakia. He died, we know he died, but how basically they sold out. High priest Ariyah and high priest Shah and basically no, we just know because we just Apostle Tahar told us what happened. And they basically took money from a certain organization and they switched up the doctrine, and they switched up a lot of things. And the guy calling himself the Holy Spirit, the God sent comforter, but High Priest Ariyah, Apostle Tahar always still speaks well of him, even though he's not in his right mind.
Y'all where to start in?
Nah.
What
Well, through the Spirit over years, we learned that.
So Tahar did the same thing. He changed something.
No, he removed. That's not necessarily a doctrine thing, though.
But it also says Daniel that knowledge shall speak. So certain things it said not all the time that your elders are right. You know what I'm saying? Certain things they were wrong.
High Priest Ariyah didn't have everything.
Okay, that's what
You see we got the sign, and this is High Priest Ariyah.
That's for him,
We
bro.
teach a lot. Most of what we teach is from High Priest Ariyah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Because I like when I talk to the people that know a little bit of the history. Because the purple sticker was on me.
Yeah, a lot of people coming in now thinking like Nate was the top guy, right?
Guy, you can see they changed this guy.
Yeah, Nate took it bad. Nate got he's worth for $150 million.
And we all know that's like that. So,
Right.
yeah, that's not nothing to mess with. Because they can't even fuck Ariel was around all that. Just now they killed Malcolm, they couldn't touch somebody around him off, he still kind of be patient. He's still patient. You can see God moving. God treating you. That's why I'm like, I'm respecting this. I noticed something about him. He rarely speak. Him and Sean are very, very connected. And I'm seeing even when people go off, be patient. He said, all right, what's going on? Be patient to see what's going on. And they get removed. So, and then sometimes somebody comes with something that is real, but they might be off. You know what I'm saying? Right? So when we did, y'all did this research, he did find out that Christ is. Yeehaw, baby! I know y'all want to go.
Well, yeah, that's after he went off.
Good, hold on, boy.
Because you got, I know where you're going, but yeah, I'll let you
Yeah,
finish.
before you do that, because the foundation he laid it down. Every now and then somebody might come with something. It might be deep, but they might be prideful when they off. Like you just said, like y'all said, the stars on. Y'all still keep that. So, don't be surprised if it's true that Christ is your heart. I'll tell you why. Hold on.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Because when you did the research, when he said when they were trying to check Christ, he said you ain't older than he said I what?
I am.
In Hebrew that's translated Yahweh.
No doubt.
Yeah, I am. I am
Yahweh
that I am.
is
That's
he
what-
is.
Hold on. When Moses said
I am is Ahaya.
remember Moses said that's what should I tell you they call you? I am.
And then furthermore, yeah, get it.
Furthermore, it says he is. You can't say that I am
Some of the
something.
people say it's all about you put the
So
on you.
hold on before you read. So y'all say it's impossible Christ is Yahweh.
Yes, that's
Yeah, of
impossible.
course. That's the son of the living God.
So why would that be possible?
Because let's give you an example.
He said he wasn't.
He said he wasn't. He said no one is good but my father.
Yeah, no, we're not denying the
So
Father.
you basically
Yeah,
you
No.
good.
We
So
not
you
doing
basically pushing Christianity
No,
then.
hold on. Remember,
That's what Christianity pushed.
not mix it up. I know what you're saying because Christianity got it all.
He said that
They saying Caesar bullshit. So
no, but I'm saying, but they say that Yahushua is the
say
manifest
Jesus is
manifestation of Yahweh.
They say 3
It's
in
in
1.
flesh.
So when Ariana one told us himself, he's like, okay, I didn't catch that. I'm gonna tell you why. When people hear us say Christ is Yahweh, they automatically think we're saying that there's no Father. That's not what they're saying. That's not what Ariana's saying. He's saying the Father is there, but the Father only created one person, and then we ain't ready to meet him until the 1,000-year reign. And then he introduced us, and then we find out who was his name. So Adam,
For 1,000-year reign, what we mean in Revelation?
yeah, 1,000
But I still want. That's not you saying that he is the Most High. You still not saying that. Though. The way you just broke it down, you still saying it's two separate entities.
But the Father and Son, it is two different people, right? What y'all say?
Yeah, we said it's two different
Yeah.
entities.
So what we teach, what Ariana teaches, we have to make the Father here. We have to earn it. That's like,
You can say that in a sense.
So
You can
that
say
means
that. We will meet him,
yeah.
but we got to go through the Son.
Well, you have to remember when he shows up, he's out through a full human relation. Y'all remember that?
Right, the Most High is not gonna show up. His Son gonna. He gonna send his Son.
Yeah, Son. But when he said, when the Father do come, remember the 1,000-year reign in Revelation?
That's right. They're
And
gonna
then he
reign
said
with him
fire
for
come
1,000 years.
After that reign, remember he said the nations gather around him?
Nah, that's something that IUIC teaching there.
No. I remember Nate still eavesdropping on already. So he already running because once upon a time.
What revelation is
Nate
that
tried to
1,000 years you talking about?
I think that's.
That's 21. 20.
If you read the end of that, I ain't trying to teach you. I got your program going.
Right.
Just fellowship. It said the nations came again and circled Israel. That's when we get.
That 1,000 years already passed.
Ariel used to teach that too, but it didn't happen.
Okay, we believe that Ariel sold out. He took it back. So and he's being used to push a Rosicrucian doctrine. So he's going to teach things that align with Catholicism. Things like the Father and Son are one, you know. But we believe that.
No, but you just said you'll be surprised to find out that Christ and Yahweh is one.
You said Christ is Yahweh. That's what
That's
you
what you
said.
said.
No, we're correct. We haven't met the Father yet. We're not ready
When you said we will be surprised, we'll be surprised about what?
that Christ is.
That's what I just said.
No, but you
It
just
kind of
said-
sound like
No,
you
no,
saying
no,
two
no,
different
no,
things,
no,
man.
I can't. That's blasphemy. We're not ready to meet the Father until after
1,000 years is what you talk about.
The 1,000 years he's talking about is
Byzantine
during the Byzantine
All
Empire.
right, no, that's what God teaches.
That's what we teach.
Okay, now in Revelation,
That's what we believe.
now watch this. In Revelation, they said they circled all the nations came together. They said Satan was loosed.
Which we believe already happened. You know that.
Really sounds
Right.
I've been hearing that since the 90s.
Right. So who really switched then?
I'm just letting you know, like
Right?
you said.
Hold on now. You said you talking about switching the doctrine. Ariana switched it, right?
It's called edification.
But did he switch? That's a major change. That's you okay, changing that from saying we're not dealing with this symbol no more. You can't say that's equal.
No. All I'm saying is edification. Remember, they was mad at Christ for bringing edification. They said, you changing the doctrine of Moses. Christ said, no.
But Christ, who you call Christ never changed nothing that he said.
No, he brought edification.
Okay, but Ariana changed something that he said.
The whole thing. No, but the 1,000 years was stuff that, remember, he had a lot of people. Marshall coming from him. He had,
But he was the main teacher. He was the main guy.
when I came in, it was a stage full of people. And everybody wanted something.
Why you not
The guy
teaching?
with the long nails.
Why you not teaching?
Oh, man, I'm not trying to. It's not a beef,
Right,
man.
yeah.
Ain't no business, it's a question.
That's a question,
I
yeah.
understand where he going, but all I'm trying to do is share a little something. Then
No,
y'all
we're not saying, we just saying, why you not teaching?
That was just
Well, are y'all not teaching?
No, why you not teaching?
I'm just sharing a little something if you don't want to hear it.
No, that's not, it's not about that. You can defend it. We listening, why you not teaching?
If you're, the reason we out here teaching is because we're fully persuaded in our mind. We're convicted in what we believe in, and we're moved to come out here and teach. That's how much we have faith and a belief in what we believe in. So if your level of belief is that strong, you should feel the same way. So that's proof that we have more faith in what we believe in than what you believe, than the faith you have in what you believe.
This is a commandment.
I mean, y'all, so y'all don't think I teach?
That's what you asked you.
We asked you why you're not. You could have said you had the opportunity to say I do. You did it.
Because as I was sharing something, you cut me off and said, well, I thought I was sharing something. But if he ain't trying to hear
So
it,
do you teach?
Huh?
Do you teach?
If people got something to share, I share.
No, I mean you don't teach.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you don't teach.
It's
It's all right, man.
cut
You
you
don't
off.
teach, you don't
up to
teach.
y'all.
Okay,
I'm just saying, your house shot me and Joshua. That's all I'm saying.
We know that. We know
I mean,
that.
if you want to, yeah.
There's no name.
It's the same. It's the same when it Joshua the Hebrew translate to Yahweh.
So that's not the guy.
Why say Joshua? You go straight to
But you
James.
can't say get up and rise and name it Joshua.
Right.
It was that
But,
name.
but Joshua, what you mean by that?
That wasn't. That's what I'm saying.
So it was in,
Well, first of all, his name wasn't Joshua. That wasn't his given name.
Joshua's
So
name
when
was
y'all-
Moses added to
yeah,
Yahweh.
I was shot.
So when you call him Jesus Christ, those are titles.
We don't call him
If you
that.
call him Yahweh Shai, that means Joshua.
No.
So you call him Yahweh Shai?
What does Yahweh Shai mean?
Bro, many people in Israel had named Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
That's a known name.
I know.
In the book of Second Ezra, it tell you the
You
Messiah
trying to say
name is
that
going to be
nobody knows
Yahweh
that
Shai.
name?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
In Revelation, I say nobody
I
knows that
said
name.
Christ has a name that is above all names.
We're going to share.
What's the name?
We gotta go.
Because everybody else, it's so many people named Yahweh Shai. It can't be that.
What is Yahweh Shai?
What
We
does
gotta
Yahweh Shai
go.
mean? What does Yahweh Shai mean?
So what's the name of this?
Joshua, Savior.
What is the definition? It's a Roman normal. What is the?
All of us is Yahweh Shai.
No.
He's not going to be. He's not going to be coming.
No,
He
yeah.
go way back. He already had the truth. He fell out.
Right.
You don't believe in what he was taught anymore. So we might as well let's just
Wrap it
close
up.
out. Yeah, come on, it's back. Shalom, man.
That being said, we want to give all praise on the glory too.
Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Kakadash.
Shalom. We go back to one way.
The one Western. Yeah, he's
Right.
Now you're teaching now another doctrine that's side, outside. Remember when I called him, he said, no, I didn't say that.
But then I asked straight question and he said no.
And then you
Your
just
lie.
said that Joshua, because I already knew, because